Okay, so I just added something new to my services. I am now a level 4 medical astrologer. And gosh, how does this play into all this stuff that I've been doing with health and fitness and strength training and yoga and such? And I'm going to now. I'm excited because now it feels like I can really put this amazing program together. And yeah, I was going to do a post, but this seems like more appropriate to get across different platforms and such. So, this program that's definitely cultivating and building within myself is just this years and years of cultivating experience and learning about um, everything that I am going to share about vitality. And I've spent my life listening to my body and my gut. And that's really hard to teach somebody. Um, but it isn't simultaneously, right? Because it's like we're out there in the world, kind of, you've got, let me back up a smidge. It's like you've got people who can take destiny by the throat and lead destiny around. And then you have other people that it feels like destiny has them by the throat, leading them back and forth. I would be, I would feel like I'm the latter, and I feel there's definitely a reason for that. So the first half of my life, I'm in the second half now. I'm going to be 55 at the end of March, and I've spent the first half of my life learning not just the physical aspects of why people are in pain and how they heal, but the emotional, mental, and just barely touching on that spiritual aspect of it, even with all the yoga that I brought into everything. That wasn't quite hitting it for me, even though there's lots of amazing things about yoga. And also keep in mind, once you're learning something and you're getting into it, and at some point it doesn't resonate anymore, it doesn't mean it's bad anymore. It just means you just put that in your toolbox and pull it out as you need to, and go. It's about learning and experiencing and exploring. Anyway, I got way more into the astrology aspect of it the past 5 or 6 years. Okay, where I took classes and sat down and really learned this, because things were calling out that I needed to do this. Okay. So, again, been going back and forth on who's my target market. Oh, I've been in menopause since I was 31. I've had little to no symptoms up until the age of 50. And so I, at that point, did not believe at all that it was menopause, because I've been in it for 20 years. So there had to have been something else. There was a lot more emotional healing that had to take place. I took mindset courses over the past 10 years. And these past 5 years were really digging deep, not only on the emotional aspect of it, but the emotional aspect had to be healed, or worked through with the guidance of astrology. So, um, I'm actually on the other side of that, and I feel the shift in my body again. I didn't gain much weight and such, but I gained enough for somebody who's only 5'2". Okay. And things that I've been doing recently so I can see what I was doing. Um, I've made those shifts again as far as food. Food was fine. It was just I was going after too high of fat. By the way, ladies, when you're stressed, it's not the carbs you should be blaming. It's the high fat content foods that you're eating that are being labeled as high protein. Because trust me, once I shifted and got my fat percentage back down to 20%, oh, the inflammation disappeared, completely disappeared. So now this is really good. Anyway, so that also meant I have to track my food, and not that I'm not. I am absolutely about intuitiveness and that type of guidance, but simultaneously, um, you do have to track to get the data so you can learn things about yourself, so you can understand what these signals that are coming from your body, because you could be getting a signal from just garbage food and not actually your body. Okay. But this is what this whole thing entails. Okay. And so, and again, we all had that experience in 2020, because it was stressful, a very stressful time. And so there are things around the chart about why suddenly you would have a stress that's not going away, and then somebody else who's very similar to you is doing fine. Or, you know what I mean? We know it's a different person. We understand all of that aspect of it, but then there's this part of it that then it's like, oh, it's a little bit deeper than that. It's let's look at the birth chart. Let's look at lots of really cool things around the birth chart. I don't want to get too deep into that, because that's going to get really confusing. This is just an introduction, right? This is an introduction, because now I am learning yet another thing. I think I just said that at the beginning. I just went through a course, a nice long course, to become a level 4 medical astrologer, because I have the background in nutrition and strength training and health and yoga. I can definitely help somebody through with some guidance and such. And to be able to hit a broader audience versus just like the big shotgun approach, which can be helpful in the beginning, but at some point I'm going to have something very organized. So I am yet in another course to teach myself how to do this with the community help from this great community, to bring this out to people in a more organized, methodical presentation, so I can help you better. And so I'm really excited about this. And there's so many signals from your body when it comes to perimenopause or menopause, that we've been brainwashed to think that aging is a crime against the body, and we must do anything and everything at all costs to be thin and look young. And that's a huge cost in and of itself. All right, because there's a lot of stuff coming out. um, I'm glad it's now becoming more mainstream. I've been trying to teach this to people for a really long time. You need to strength train. I still strength train. I still do yoga. I run. I do all sorts of things. I'm 55 and I have minimal weight gain. I do not have hot flashes. I do not have any of these symptoms. I never did. And it was all because of doing the basics. And then once doing the basics wasn't working, everything else wasn't working. I just go look at astrology. I was just drawn that way, that gut, those guides, that voices, whatever you want to call it, that you resonate with, led me that direction, so I could work on those stresses, so I could then manage the signals and be better for it at the end of the day. And of course, with some help from some other friends and such. Okay. So your body changes anyway, whether we want it to or not, as we age. Okay. But what you did prior to coming into your 50s, as far as nutrition and working out and strength training, is going to be the biggest indicator and the impact of you going into your 50s. It doesn't mean you're doomed or anything if you led a hard and fast life. or didn't do anything, and now in your 50s or 60s or even 70s that you want to finally get into something, you can still make significant changes in your body. So, when you're living fast and you're eating fast and you're eating crap, you sleep like crap, you feel like crap, and nobody wants to feel it. That is not normal. And people want you to feel that is normal, and it's not. Okay. Just so you know. So I'm learning a new business system. So this is going to take me some time. So, like, when I mean time, I don't mean like 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, like the fitness industry wants you to think that you can have your body back in those amount of time without a health consequence. Okay. This is going to take me some time because I'm learning something that's out of my comfort zone. And this is going to reshape yet again who I am. And I'm really excited about this because it's going to bring what I have to share with you to a wider audience. And this is just, I'm just so excited. Okay, so how we can live a life with vitality. Okay, and so I want you to keep an eye on this space and such. So because how I'm going to be using the astrology and the medical astrology to help guide me and you with the assessments. So much of this is already intuitive. Okay, so think about it like this. Okay, I love to run and I love to strength train, but I don't go hard and heavy on strength training. There is a particular rep range I like. There's a particular um, set of weights I like to do. I don't like to go heavy. I played around with heavy for a while to make sure, did I really just don't like it because I don't like it, or was it just because it was hard? And it's truly just because I don't like it. And when I mean for a while, I mean like a year. Like I did it for a year. I didn't like it. I swam for 20 years because I wasn't good at it. And then once I finally was good at it, somebody finally told me I was good. I stopped because I hate swimming. Okay. But there's going to be so there's indicators in my chart as to why I am drawn to those modalities in the way that I'm drawn to them. So people get really upset or disappointed or confused because there's a lot of stuff out there, right? And all this stuff is right, but is it right for you? Okay. Some people are good. I have clients that love the heavy stuff. That's how I build their program, is based off the heavy stuff. I'm not going to try to make them do running when I know that that is not something that, one, they don't actually enjoy, and it just doesn't suit their constitution. And again, it's in the chart. And why would I be using the chart for this? Because it helps you understand you, and it gives you comfort and ease that this is just how you were designed. I have clients that love rock climbing and strength training. Okay. I have to design the strength training program to suit the rock climbing. He's real long and lean. He's like a perfect rock climber. To be honest, he's amazing. And then again, another one who is that, he's your quintessential super strong person right away. And those all have to do with signs. Again, I love running. That is by far my favorite. And I have, as far as my chart's concerned, there's a lot of fire in my chart. So I've got to really burn off a lot of that energy, or I feel like I have anxiety. All right. So I got to burn that off. So there's some people that love to swim. They could have a lot of water in their chart. The people who, why I have my chart's fairly equal on fire and earth. That's why I like to strength train quite a bit. That grounding aspect of it. How I teach yoga is more is dependent on like what you guys need, what is in your chart. Some people love stretchy yoga even though they need strength training heavily, but you want, like, that's my job to figure this out. Okay, you're going to be drawn to certain things. It's not just your sun sign. There's a rising sign, moon sign, and other aspects in your chart that will be for you, where you're drawn to certain things. And it's okay. You don't want to run? Fantastic. I don't want you to run. I don't want to swim. I always tell people that your program is going to be successful based off of things that you like to do. Okay. So, and also keep in mind, have you ever wondered why you can follow the program and the protocols and you're doing really well and you're like 6, almost 8 weeks in, and then you're just sitting there going, well, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not, but I want to be healthy and fit and stuff. And it's not that the program is not working, and it's not that you need something necessarily shiny and new. Something about what's going on in the program does need to change, and the person in front of you, your coach, needs to be aware of that. And I'm like that. Okay. So I'm in the middle of that right now. And it's just like, well, it's fine. And I'm because I train myself, I'm like shifting gears. Okay. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. It doesn't mean what I'm doing with this particular person, for like with myself, is bad or wrong. It's just I'm going to move faster than somebody else. It is something in the chart. It's with mutable signs. Mutable signs would be Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. Okay. So if that's a lot of in your chart and why you feel that way, again, it's not that maybe you've done the emotional work. I've done the emotional work. I've done the mindset work, and it's not that. And it's not ADHD. Okay. Whatever that is. Okay. And it's, we have to help manage all of that. Okay. And again, it's not that I can't focus. It's not that there's not a focus there. It's like something literally needs to change because your energy, your being is ready for the next step. Okay. Even though it might be like another 2 weeks out, it's just ready for the next step. Okay. All right. Or that person that, man, it doesn't matter. Day, night, rain, shine, they're out there. But the problem with them is that they don't know how to stop. Okay. And so they'll go out there when they're sick. And that's when you shouldn't be out there, right? So these are people who have fixed a lot of fixed placements. And all that means we'll just stick with the signs because it's easier. And I didn't even think I was going to get into this. I'm like going to be rambling on for sure. That would be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. And those clients of mine, I have to really wrangle in and teach them how to back off, and it's okay to back off. Okay. So again, all of this is in your chart and it's really exciting. And besides, what's balanced for one person could be topsy-turvy for another person. And I simply just wanted to share this. This is actually part of my personal journey with the new business model that I am going to be following. Even though I know how my energy is, this is something new, it's completely foreign. And I know I do follow stuff to the letter the very first time I run through something, because I'm learning things about not just myself, but I'm learning a brand new thing. I don't even know what to call it. I'm learning a brand new model in business and money and presentation, completely out of my comfort zone. I won't be ready to like get that intuitive, oh, I would rather do that or blah, blah, blah. Until I get this underneath my belt. And this is something that a lot of people do not find patience within themselves, especially women going into perimenopause and menopause. You have to go slower. You have to be kinder to yourself. This is all learned. And you working out, while that is the deal, the priority, it isn't. At the same time, we're trying to manage your stress. We're trying to bring stress down, because stress and all the stress hormones that are being released are the ones that are dominating into the system. So if you're working out at a tempo that, or an intensity that is too stressful for the body, you're going to have the opposite response. of what you are after. And hopefully you got to this point on this video. I don't even know how long it is. I'll see when I upload it. And keep an eye on this page. But if you have questions or anything like that, you want to check out my website. That will be making its own shifts as I go. That is vitalityforlife by Christy.com. And it's actually still, you can still get there by lovelandyogacorefitness.com as well. And I'm on Instagram, X, everything. I'll have it all in the thing. All right. So hang on. Have a great day.